it's Kate, aka Arayla, which no one can ever pronounce because it's spelt weird because it was my D&D name when I was 15 and it's stuck. So yeah, funny story that Libby will like. My mum always says areola. Yeah. So it cracks me the fuck up. So yeah. I've only had one wine, but just thinking of my mum saying, why is your name Areola? It's like, it's not. Yeah, anyway. So hi. Yeah, it's been a little while because I had my dolly opening. I'm always pretty prolific on Instagram because, well, it's instant. So I can just take a photo wherever I am and then send it out to the universe and be like, hey, look at my shit. And you can all be like, wow, that's stupid. So yeah. This is good wine. It's Graham Norton wine, so you know it's gotta be good, right? It's a Shiraz. I'm not sure, because sometimes it's Syrah and sometimes it's Shiraz, and it sounds really dumb when you say it with a Kiwi accent. So yeah, so I go pretentious and call it a Shiraz because I'm pretentious like that, yo. Sorry, my husband's galumphing around, and now I've got a red wine smile. You know when you're drinking red wine and it's really tasty and you get it's like Ribena smiles for any poms out there. So Shell, if you're watching, and Lady T, etc., you might understand the Ribena smile thing. We do get it here, but it costs an arm and a leg and the soul of your firstborn, so man, now I'm really craving Ribena. So yeah, updates. Last week I was at a conference for librarians and it was freaking amazing. I had the best time. I made some great friends. I learnt so much stuff. However, I know this is not a librarian geek channel, so I will just summarize it as I took my Simply Thumpty Thump, Maud, who is, well, she's resting somewhere because she was so busy that she needs some time to recuperate. But I took her around all the vendor stalls and took photos of her doing random shit, and some of the vendors really got into it. I've got to say, the ones that enjoyed it the most were from OCLC. Fuck yeah, OCLC. If you don't know what that is, it's like Library of Congress people, and everyone loves OCLC. And now my nose is itchy. But yeah, so one of the women at that stand, who shares a name with me as well, so she was really getting into it. She's like, oh my god, can I keep your doll? She's amazing. Ah! That was really fun. And then, yeah, so that was cool. So of course I've been really, really busy. I also have to write up a report about it because I received a scholarship. So I have, as part of that, I have to write a article for the group that sponsored me. I can still see my red wine smile. Yeah, it's Friday night, who cares, right? Yeah, I'm not even drunk, I'm just really glad to be home. And I'm all hot and sweaty because it's like 22 degrees, but it's always really humid here. And 22 is not hot to most people, but I can't cope with anything above maybe 24 is the maximum for me. So I hate summer. I'm gonna have to start wearing dresses and shorts, and I'm really bummed out about it because it's like, oh man, does that mean I have to shave my legs? Or should I just screw the patriarchy? I do work at an art school and a university, so I might be able to get away with it, but let's not go into that. Let's not go into the implications of feminism versus how I feel about my leg hair and how it's related to the patriarchy, which we need to smash. So, yeah. Oh, and if anyone out there is saying, oh no, she's talking about feminism, Well, sorry guys, but equality is pretty important. So if you feel really upset and have to unsubscribe, I know I don't understand, because equality is important for everybody. That's the whole point of equality, and that's the whole point of feminism, and feminists who don't stand up for minorities and people of colour and, you know, people who are being persecuted. Sorry, no, you're kind of missing the point. Anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox because that is a whole different genre of rantiness. And yeah. So, dollies. So I took Maud around. So she's my Simply Thumpty Thump. That's with the bobbed purple hair and the FBL face. She was my Grail doll. I went through absolute hell getting her. I think I talked about that in one of my videos, of my Blythe profile videos. But she was absolutely worth all that hassle. She is just a darling. She is the sweetest. I also really love my Simply Bubble Boom, which is Quinn, with the, I call it electric watermelon, the hair colour. I don't know if that's the technical term that they ascribe to it, but it's just this insane kind of neon pinky orange that you just cannot capture on camera, and she is just amazing, and I love her. But I still love Maud the most. Sorry guys, just talking to my dolls here. Sorry guys, I love you all. But yeah, I shouldn't really pick favourites. So she's resting, which means I've chucked her somewhere in the doll's house and I can't remember which room. It's only got 7 rooms, so I should be able to find her. I think there's more rooms than our house has, but yeah. And other dolly stuff, well, my last video was my unboxing. So since then I've been doing quite a bit of sewing. I made an outfit for Francesca out of some old jeans and some fabric here for a little pocket. It's got pockets! Dresses with pockets are the best! Yeah, and this t-shirt's actually from like a $4 Kmart brand doll. Like, I say brand as in like the no brand stuff. I don't know how I can't think of what it's called. My brain's pretty fried. Working 2 jobs is quite difficult because pretty much every day it's like half a day here, half a day there, and then I get home and I'm like, I can't brain good no more. So yeah. But anyway, so this is pretty cute. I hand stitched it and I did it in a contrasting green. The stitching is, let's hide behind her. Maybe it'll focus. The stitching is not brilliant, but it is easier to hand stitch clothing of this size. And I added these little grey heart buttons. I've told you this before. I don't watch my videos, so I can't remember if I've shown you this already, so apologies if I already have. But she's so freaking cute. How can you not want to see her again? Oh, look at that face. Oh, those little cheeks. Except they're not children dolls. They're like sassy, sort of, I hate that word, but, you know, they're kind of full of attitude, late teens, early 20s, getting up to really naughty shit kind of dolls. I don't think of them as little kids. Even though some of their clothes are really cutesy, they are not kids. You know, they're more like the students that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. Like, yeah, they look young and they're a bit naive, but they get up to some really bad shit. And anyone who's been watching me on Instagram knows I've had Florence with me, like, for the last 2 days. Oh, she's so beautiful. Hair is so soft and the braids really suit her, and I just did it because I was I don't know, I felt like it. She's a really big hit with everyone, so that's cool. I'm really liking the results with Mr. Super Clear, I have to say. I know it's highly toxic, so that's really annoying, But even though there's like a couple of scuffs on her face, well, not really scuffs, but slightly shiny patches, she's good enough for me, and she is never leaving. Never. Well, I say that. I shouldn't say things like that. But I really hope she is never leaving me. If she ever does, I will be extremely sad. So I haven't made anything for her. I just wanted to show her off because she's beautiful. And because she's been my buddy. So she's gonna sit. So you can see the top of her head. But so I've got this new tripod, but it's kind of woobly. That's a technical term. So you can kind of see her head, and you can see this lady here. I'll show you the rest of my Blythe clothes first. I finally finished this little boyfriend cardigan. It's got pockets. Where are the pockets? There's the pockets. So it's supposed to look oversized, and it's knit in a variegated Ashford yarn. Ashford is a New Zealand company, if you didn't know, and we're all super proud of them, blah blah blah. They're alright. Their yarn's alright, and it was, I think I got the yarn on sale. I got it to make something else and didn't use it, and I thought, hey, this is going to look cute as a cardigan, and it did. And, oh my god, I love Alice. Oh, she's beautiful. Even in just like, these jeans came off that same doll as the black stripy t-shirt. So they're, you know, $4 doll jeans. And they look pretty good. She looks a little bit like she's wearing a nappy, but, well, I'm not going to pull up her top because then you can see how it falls apart. And yes, I did copy Denali Wind and get these glasses because, oh my god, they were such a good idea. And I did give a pair to someone else. And I've not trimmed the back. But what I do is, I don't generally take side photos of them, and you can kind of hide it in their hair. Plus, you can use a hair elastic to loop these together, and it stops them falling off her face. Which is brilliant, because that's what they do on a Blythe face. And, you know, to be honest, I should probably start doing that with my own, because they're always falling down, but... Yep, so... There's my beautiful Alice. Stop. I keep stroking her hair and hitting the back of the glasses, which is annoying, but they are so cute. So thank you, Denali Wind, for that tip. I'm going to move around a bit so you can see me and Florence. What else have I been making? Yes. I got this girl, as you know, if you watched my unboxing. She's really beautiful. And I do appreciate the sculpting on her, but I am not really gelling with her, which is disappointing in the extreme, because I had her on a 5-month layaway, and the person that I bought her from, I now consider a friend, and I'm so happy that, she's such a wonderful person, but like, we are not really getting along. So I made her an underdress. It's like a chemise that reaches all the way down. And you might have seen, if you follow my Instagram, you'll have seen the first one was hilariously oversized. So I trimmed it down, and she's now got this sort of peasant shirt affair going on underneath a tartan skirt. This fabric I got for $1 from the op shop, so that's not bad. The colour's not showing up great, but I loves it. But yeah, her legs, they just... I've had her standing a couple of times, but I'm not even going to bother. And I got her a wig. If you might have seen the Instagram photos, I'm not sure. Because, you might not follow me on Instagram. You might hate Instagram. You might hate me, but if you do, why are you watching my videos? But that's okay, whatever. But, if you really hate me, stop watching them and do something better with your time, honestly. But, yeah, I got this wig for her. It's supposed to be, I always want to say Yoast, but I don't think that's actually how you say it, but Y-O-S-D. Yeah, and it should have fit her according to the measurements, but naturally, I'll move my black t-shirt out of the way. It looks ridiculous. It doesn't fit, it won't stay on. I tried pinning it to make it slightly smaller, and it just still looked stupid. But the problem is, so this wig is ideal for the character she was supposed to be, and it's actually really nice and silky, and the seller on AliExpress was really nice, and I adore it. It's got this beautiful braid detail, and it fits with the character she is supposed to be. But I'm not finding that she's any character, and I'm struggling to clothe her, and I'm struggling to cope with her idiosyncrasies, and yeah, I know, obviously I knew buying her that she wasn't going to be like a minifee, you know, she's obviously going to be different, she's a different brand, she's different sculpt, obviously. You know, they're very different in their nature, but I've always really, really loved the Lily Cat sculpts. I really want to like her. I really want to like her, but I don't know. Part of the reason I like Blythe so much is I now have an extensive wardrobe for them. They all fit exactly the same clothes. You know, I can mix and match, I can play around. I realise this is not why people go into the BJD hobby. You know, a lot of people like the variety, but you know, maybe I don't want to say maybe it's not the hobby for me, because I don't think that's necessarily true. But maybe I'm not going to be an eclectic collector, if you see what I mean. There are people who just get minifee dolls, and I think that's fine. And I'm starting to really feel that could be me. I was really lusting after a Merry Doll Round anything, basically. Well, the Fang, I think it's the Fang, yeah, and of course the Zuri and the Olathe, because they're beautiful, but I have no particular characters for them. And I think part of that was I didn't actually buy her intending that she would be Siobhan. Siobhan is a character from Annabelle's story. She's very important. She's very she's raven-haired and quick-tempered and just hilarious without intending to be. I have been writing this story for 17 years, so I am rather attached to the characters. So she does need to be just right. And when I got her and I started making this outfit, I'm like, you know, she could be Siobhan. So I ordered the wig. And I'm not saying that, like, I just don't like her because the wig doesn't fit. She's really beautiful. But I don't know, I'm just not. You know, when you get that doll and you just feel like, oh my god. And I feel that way with Annabelle. Maybe I'm spoilt with my first doll, I don't know. God, your giant head's getting... Well, it's not even a giant head, it's really small. And I feel like this needs to be bigger to keep her wig on. So I was thinking of padding it and MacGyvering some stuff, and then I was like, you know what, I don't have enough spoons to deal with this. So I don't want to move her on so soon, but I'm seriously thinking about putting her up for sale, and that makes me really sad, and it makes me feel bad. But it's not that I haven't tried to bond with her, because, you know, that's the whole process of making her clothes. That's taken a lot of time. And I don't know that I want to invest more time in her because I've got such a limited spoon supply, if which some of you will understand what I mean, and if you don't, then, you know, look up the spoon theory. Oh, I love wine. Wine and coffee, man, best things in the world. Whereas Annabelle, she looked creepy in the black wig, but it fit her really well. This wig still needs a bit of bumpifying at the top, but I've got it in a style that I quite like for her. And oh, I just love her. I just love her. She's got that impish smile, and you can't really see the green of her eyes, but it's green, honest, gov. And her jacket needs ironing because it's gone all poofy since I washed it. Oh man, that was funny. I washed all the garments that I've made for her. I should have washed the red fabric first. It looked like I'd killed a beetroot. It was ridiculous. It was like this colour coming out of the fabric. It has faded a little bit. It's let's see. It's not too bad. It's kind of run onto the lining, but I really don't give a fuck about that. The stitching is fine, you know, that's all still in place, and it needs ironing, but, you know, it's fine. It was so funny. It was like, okay, that's a lesson. Oops. Yeah. What else? I did make another dress. I made a Blythe dress to take to the conference. It's that library card fabric that Anne the Librarian, or Anarchy, sent to me, and then some purple linen, and it's lined at the top. I'm still struggling with the bodice and the skirt join, you know, making this quite right, but, you know, learning, whatever, it'll be fine. And I had so much fun using the zigzag stitch, and I thought that it was a tension problem stitching the hem, but actually I think it's from doing some research, it could actually be the needle, because I'm still using the original needle that I got with that machine, and I got that machine 2011. Yeah, so I probably need to, I haven't done that much sewing, but lately I've been doing a lot, and it's been a lot of varying thickness materials, so I think it's probably time I tried a new needle on it before I decide that the tension is screwed and it needs servicing. It's a really nice machine, actually. So, that's about it. Okay, so, have a good one. Thanks for joining me. If you stuck it out this long, then you're a champ, and I love you, and cheers. Those who have, you're amazing, and those who haven't, I totally understand. But you won't hear this, so I could just call you rude names and you'll never know. Ha ha ha! Except I'm not going to do that, because I'm totally lawful good. So I hope you all get plenty of this kind of thing, or beverage of your choice, and some nice relaxation for your weekend. And I'm gonna go and order some pizza for dinner, because fuck cooking. Okay. See you later. Bye guys.